Hello everybody. I wanted to make a quick video to discuss what happened at that auction from the last video. So the last video that was on the page, I was at Manheim, Atlanta, and I was going after 4 vehicles. A Hyundai Elantra, a Nissan Murano, a Hyundai Tiburon, and a Chevrolet Aveo. So I only bought one of the cars, and that was the Hyundai Tiburon. The other vehicles sold way over what I was willing to pay, and quite naturally, if you overpay for the vehicle, you don't make any money in the end. So I decided not to get in on those vehicles. And yeah, so I'm excited about the Tiburon. I got the Tiburon for $600, which is very, very good. From my inspection of the vehicle runs and drives fine. I particularly do buy here, pay here, as well as retail. So depending, I like to advertise the vehicles both ways. So I advertise the vehicle as retail. This vehicle, I'm going to put it on for $25.95 or 600 down. Well, no, sorry, 800 down plus the TAVT tax here in Georgia. And $75 a week. So I am modeling the buy here, pay here after Rick Dyer. Got to give him some shout out. If you are interested in learning buy here, pay here, more advice, particularly towards buy here, pay here, definitely go over to Car Dealer Training. And that's Rick Dyer's page, and you can take a look at his videos and see how he models his method of buy here, pay here. At the end of the day, there are several different, buy here, pay here has been around forever, but Rick Dyer really has perfected the approach to yield constant revenue and retention of customers, and making it easy and really helping people, So anyway, that's how I'm gonna advertise that Tiburon. And the other vehicles, I didn't win them. And that's what you go through being a car dealer. You're not gonna win every car, and quite naturally, you have to have your margin. And as the last video talked about, restraint, right? Being able to say, well, no, it's over my price, walking away. There's so many auctions. The cool thing about auctions, most of the time, there are going to be multiple auctions per week. So like here in Atlanta, for example, there's an auction on Tuesday, there's an auction on Wednesday, there's an auction on Thursday, there's an auction on Friday. There's actually multiple auctions on Tuesday, multiple auctions on Thursday, different companies. And so you really have the opportunity to really not have to pressure yourself to buy certain vehicles. So that would be my message to you guys. Don't pressure yourself to buy certain vehicles. Go to the auctions beforehand. Definitely have an OBD reader, right? So that's important. If you don't have an OBD reader, like something is wrong. Like that's basics. That's like 101, like the fundamentals, right? So dealer's license number 1, definitely be legal, right? Dealer's license number 1. Number 2, OBD scanner. Like that's how important it is for your day-to-day, right? Because just because you don't see a check engine, and I guess it just depends on where you live too, because if you don't have an emission state, then yeah, maybe you don't really care about check engine lights and all of that stuff. But here in Atlanta, for me, I have to know what I'm getting myself into. I just can't, just because it moves and drives, I can't buy it on those premises. Let's see. What else I want to talk about? I think that's it. So I wanted to just give you a overview of what actually happened at that auction. You cannot, most auctions, you can't legally record at them. Like today, so I'm recording this the day after the auction. So today is Wednesday. The last video was recorded on Tuesday, so I'm not in real time on this video, so it's a little out of sync. But so Tuesday was the auction with the vehicles that I just gave you the rundown on. So today is Wednesday, and we have Odessa on Wednesdays here in Atlanta. They run their auctions on Wednesdays. So I went there. I actually bought 2 vehicles today from Odessa. I bought a Chevrolet Cobalt and a Mazda 6. The Cobalt, I paid $1,000 for it, which it could have been lower for sure. But it's just that time of the year. The car is emission ready. All of the systems are green already. No codes. So I'm literally gonna drive it around the corner, put the emissions on it, park it. But I just gotta go through the detail and all that. But no, it passed my checks. The Mazda 6, all of the systems aren't ready, but there are no codes at the moment. So we'll see what happens when it goes through all of our my intake. And yeah, so that's what I bought today. I really wanted there was a Hyundai Entourage. Really clean car. It had 199,000 miles on it, but it was a minivan. And I don't have any minivans. I don't have any SUVs on the lot. So right now I have a Ford Escort, Chevrolet Cobalt, Hyundai Tiburon, and a Mazda 6. So I don't have any SUVs. And I want my lot to be balanced, right? So I want to have a car for just about anyone who is looking for a car. So I'm definitely going to be going after some SUVs tomorrow because, again, there's auctions every day over at Auto Nation in Atlanta. Auto Nation Atlanta. So, but yeah, that's the rough view, and that's what happened today. So take your time. Take your time. I'm gonna be recording some more videos at my lot. As I told you guys in the first video, I just literally got my license in February of 2019, and it's April of 2019 now. So, and I got my license on the 6th of February, but I was on vacation when the license came in. So I really didn't start doing anything until like the last week of February. So realistically, I am a good month and a week or two in. So about, I'd say 6 weeks into the game of buying and selling. I've sold 8 cars since then. So it's been busy. When you get into this industry, you have to commit yourself to it. I actually own another company, a real estate firm, and I'm having to devote a lot of time to that, obviously, because that is a property management is pretty self-sufficient, though. All of the systems are in place, and we have people in place to handle a lot of that side of the business, and hopefully my wife takes over there soon. But yeah, being a dealer, it takes time. So if you're going to get into this thing, make sure you have the time to devote. It's going to be hard to do it as a side hustle. I guess it just depends on what your goals are, right? So if you want to just make a couple dollars per month here and there, $500 to $1,000 extra, then do it, right? You can go to one auction a week. Well, if you want to just sell one car a month, then you don't have to go to one auction a week, right, to try to find that car, or like one auction in that month. You should be able to find one car out of 1 week, rather. Let me say it like that. If you take the time to find one car, it should take you about a week to find the car, or less. They're there. But what I mean by find is in your price point, where you can make a margin, where you can buy it with a good bit of margin left in it to make a profit. But if you're really trying to do it on the side to make real money, it's gonna be tough. Because you're picking up titles, you're dealing with when you go to these auctions and you spend hours upon hours there, once you're done with the auction, you got to pay out the vehicles. The auctions companies, a lot of them don't take cash. And if they do take cash, it's like $50 to $100 charge for cash. Then they don't take cards. You have to, if you do a card, it's like 2.5% convenience fee. Some don't take money orders. Some only take cashier's checks. Some take business checks if you have been approved to write business checks. So there's a lot of crap that comes along with it, you know? And you have to leave room and time for that crap. And especially if you live in like a city like Atlanta, where everything is so widespread. Like literally my bank is downtown. And I'm changing that though, because I just can't see myself doing this long term. I bank with a smaller bank. I like the customer service, you know, I really do. I like having my personal banker, someone I can call and say, hey, I need help with this, or hey, can you help me with that? That's the same thing. I said the same thing, but you get my point. The accessibility. Yeah, they have personal bankers at Bank of America, Wells Fargo, but I don't think it's the same dynamic. At least I've banked with them before, obviously, but I just, so anyway, I'm gonna have to find me a major bank, at least for the car lot, where I can, you know, even if it's just going to be one operating account, you know, to operate just auction fees out of that, because it's just so difficult to drive into the city of Atlanta when I'm buying cars on the south side of Atlanta. Like when I say south side, I mean, let's see, Odessa is probably, how far is Odessa from? I would say 25 miles from my bank, south. To go to the bank, to drive 25 miles back north. So it's time consuming. So definitely make sure you keep that stuff in mind when you're setting up your infrastructure and finding a branch that is close by. So yeah. So and again, my channel is really designed to like give you tips and tricks and just discuss some of my shortcomings and some of the things that I see to be problems that you can learn from. But yeah, so that's it. So tomorrow we got another auction. I need more cars. Right now I have 4 in inventory, but I need at least about a good 5 to 6 more cars to really complete the lot and to be able to really turn it on. That's the key. When you turn it on, you need to be able to roll. You know. But at the end of the day, you're going to sell cars. That's what you're in the business of, selling cars. So you're going to have to always restock. But I would rather get it to a point where I got enough inventory to where I can just buy 2 cars a week, right? So I may only need to go to 1 auction a week versus going to 4 auctions to try to find 12 and 13 cars. You know what I mean? So if you go ahead and stock it up, you can bite off a little bit less moving forward. But hey, who knows? You could buy 11 cars and sell them all in 2 or 3 days. So there's no guarantees. So that's a good problem to have. So, all right, I'm going to end this video here. If you have any comments for me, it's a new channel, so I'm really making content just to build up the page, but I hope that people that come along will go back and watch these videos because they are all informational. And if you have any comments, definitely leave them in the comment box. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel if you feel like anything I've said is worth listening to. And yeah, all right, peace guys, and good luck in the car business, and take your time and have fun.